My presentation with the small video. Video is going on. So from the video, we can figure out the various factors that are ruining our life as a pollution, energy crisis, global warming, deforestation, many and much more. One of the most important factors to be spotted out is a pollution. But today people are facing more issues about Maggie than the pollution. Being a mechanical engineer, we are more concerned about the pollution which is caused by the automobiles. Near about 70% of the air pollution is caused by the automobiles, and hence we thought of an idea of using a clean source of energy, which is nothing but the compressed air vehicle. So our project is related to the compressed air vehicle. So we are group number 8, myself Pramod Moite and my group mates Ravindra Vaikar and Asim Khan are presenting a project compressed air vehicle. I take this opportunity to thank each and everyone who has helped us directly or indirectly during the whole course. I especially thank Mr. HOD SS Sane, then our professors Kadate sir, Modus sir and DSP sir to helping us throughout the year and giving us direction during each review. So please next slide. So let's get inside into the topic and let's try to find out what the system is all about. So everyone is interested in knowing what is a compressed air technology. Basically it uses the industrial compressor which are using elevated pressures of 450 bar, and this compressed air is stored in a compressed air tank, and this air has an enormous amount of energy which can be used as per the applications. Basically, we are using this compressed air to drive the motor to have the motion with the vehicle. The three fuels which can be considered as a major issues can be considered today for driving the vehicle are gasoline, another is the electrical system, and the third one is the air. We all know that the gasolines are limited related to the hazardous pollutions and which are dangerous to the life. We have to replace them. The another is a battery system. Yes, the electrical systems can be thought of, but they require a more production cost, they require the more cooling systems, and the next is the charging time is more with the electrical systems. So we have to choose another alternative which is a pneumatic system, and yes, we have done with it. So next slide please. So how the energy is flowing through the system? Basically there is a compressor at the filling station which is storing the air at high pressure in the air reservoir at the station. We can directly fill up the air from the station into our tank which is present in the vehicle, and that tank with the enormous amount of the energy stored with the air can be used to drive the motor to have the motion. So this is the flow of the energy which is depicted on the screen. Please next slide. So we surely think that it is the advanced technology because the many leading manufacturers throughout the world has invested in the same project. One of the leading manufacturers of the France, which is MDI, has done a lot of work in it, and they are trying to launch the vehicle in this financial year along with the India's largest manufacturer of automobile, which is Tata Motors. And many countries from Korea and Europe are also trying to invest in the same technology, and hence yes, it is a golden age of technology. Next slide. So the overview of the system is depicted on the screen that the vehicle is using a three-wheel configuration. It is basically known as a track or a tidal configuration. So why we are using the three wheels? Basically, it is for the accommodating the air reservoir. The next important factor is the stability of the vehicle, and the weight can be evenly distributed along with this configuration. That is the weight of the driver and the weight of the vehicle. So the time which is used to fill the air can be filled with the compressor in near about 1.5 minutes. And the overall dimensions of the vehicle are 1200 mm front track with a wheel race of 900 mm and curb weight of 70 kg. So this is done with the overall specifications. So I hand over the session to Ravindra to explain further sets.
Okay. To get a complete overview of a vehicle, we have divided our vehicle into various subsystems. First is the steering system. As we have used two wheels in the front, we have designed a special steering mechanism for that. The other systems are powertrain, air motor, air reservoir and brakes. We have decided not to use any suspension geometry because it would increase the complexity and cost of the system. Next slide. Okay, as I already discussed, we have two wheels in the front. So in order to achieve a greater control of the vehicle, we have is a 6-bar linkage mechanism, which works on the Ackermann principle, which helps the front two wheels rotate about the instantaneous center while turning. So the inner angle was assumed to be 30 degree, from which we calculated the outer angle for the formula of cot of theta and minus cot of theta is equal to b by L, from which we get an outer angle, and then the turning radius was calculated as 3 meters. Next. The air motor is a special kind of motor which is compact in size and has a stepless control, and it can work in a hazardous environment. Okay, the air motor is specified by the torque and speed. So we need to decide which torque and which speed motor we should select. To decide the torque and speed, we calculated the maximum acceleration, which was accordingly torque divided by radius would give us the force acting, and the force equal to mass into acceleration. So the acceleration is directly equal to torque. So the other is the speed. The speed of the motor decides the maximum velocity of the car. We assume the maximum velocity of the car to be 45 km/h, from which we got a speed of about 650 rpm. Next slide. The transmission. The motor was coupled to the rear wheel with the help of sprocket, and it was driven by a chain. There are two sprockets attached at the rear wheel, for which one will be driven by the motor and the other will be driven by the pedal manually. We made a special kind of coupling to couple the motor and the free wheel of the sprocket, which was custom made by us and was manufactured in a college. Okay, we have designed a vehicle which goes fast, which has a better acceleration than that of a vehicle which has a higher max speed. So we have used a smaller tire for that. Next. The pneumatic system. The working pressure of our motor was 6.3 bar, but in order to last the vehicle for 12 to 14 kilometers, we need a large amount of air. So we have used a air reservoir of 30 capacity, and which works at a 150 bar and stores a air of about 4.5 meter cube. So this will allow us to the motor to work for about 12 to 14 kilometers. The other systems were the pressure reducing valve, which was attached at the end of the CNG tank, which will regulate the maximum pressure to 6.3 bar, and there was a flow control valve attached at the motor's end, which will regulate the velocity of the vehicle. Means by controlling the knob, we can reduce and increase the velocity easily. Okay, the next slide would be presented by Asim.
Braking system. One of the major system of any vehicle regarding to its safety is braking system. The basic purpose was to find out the force has to be applied by hand to stop the vehicle smoothly. So first we calculated the total energy of the system, that is kinetic energy, half mv square, and from there we calculated the deceleration and the time required to stop the vehicle completely. And now from there we calculate the frictional force required to that should be applied between brake shoe and rim. And then we calculated the braking force. Braking force is calculated by assuming the stopping distance of 5 meters. And from there we calculated force that should be applied at the shoe is calculated by subtracting the braking force with frictional force. And then finally, by using leverage ratio of 5:1, we calculated the total force that has to be applied by hand to halt the vehicle completely. And this is our basic calculation of the braking system. And in braking system we use the cable actuated system. And now we are done with our subsystems. Now moving towards the advantages and disadvantages of our system. So advantages are zero emission vehicle, because its emission is CO2, HC, NOx. These are absent in our system. So our vehicle is completely zero emission vehicle. Second one is fuel economy, because we are using air as a fuel, so it's economical. And third one is simple mechanical design, because we are not using any cooling system, auxiliary system, and some power transmission devices, so it's quite simple. And now, as the things are relative, a coin has two sides. Problems are associated with any system. So coming to its disadvantages, these are indirect use of energy. Because we are filling our tank at a bottling plant where we use an electrical system, so it's this is the disadvantage of our system. Second one is reservoir, which is a critical component. We have to handle it properly. And third one is refueling of the tank. One, it exhausted, we have to fill it again. That is the third disadvantage. Next, coming to cost report, money is the major concern for any system. So we try to optimize, try to minimize our cost, and we try to optimize this undesirable effect. 60% of the cost is coming out from the motor, and the second next is by the air reservoir. And manufacturing machining costs are less because we are most of the work is done in our college workshop, so it is less. And rest of the cost is associated with our accessories, that is copper tubings, pressure gauges, hoses, etc. These are coming in miscellaneous. And our grand total of the vehicle is 17,380. Next, performance. The most important factor concerning to any vehicle is performance. As people are more interested in kitna deti. So overall performance of our vehicle is depicted on the screen. Refueling cost is given as 3 rupees per meter cube, and our vehicle mileage is 3 km per meter cube. So the net cost is coming out is 1 rupee per kilometer. And with addition to that, we have zero emission. So here we come to our conclusion that our vehicle is eco-friendly. Second, it is economical than any other vehicle. It has high power to weight ratio, and it excludes the conventional power transmission system like counter shaft, flywheel, clutch, etc. So we'll end our session with a small video of our vehicle testing.
Stop.